Going live.
Got it. Awesome. Oh my goodness. Hello. Hi folks. Welcome to another lunchtime with Kayleen McCabe and my great friend Scott Sheelar, who is the CEO and founder of SAFCA. How are you doing this morning or afternoon, Scott?
I am doing great, Kayleen. It's so good to see you again this week.
Yes, it's excellent to get to nerd out and hang out. And, you know, as usual, we're going to spend our lunch interviewing one of our champions in the industry. But before we start out, you and I usually talk about something that's kind of cool or something that's interesting. And I would actually like you to go first this week, Scott, because I think you have something super interesting and I would like to nerd out about it. So if you wouldn't mind kicking it off.
Absolutely. My wife actually traveled out to Arizona for a conference recently, and she knows how much I love Star Wars, so she's always on the lookout. And she came back with this book. It's called The Force is with Our People, and it is a book. It says The Land and People of the Colorado Plateau. And so it's a book about how Star Wars influenced native cultures in that part of our country. And so, and not how the culture influenced Star Wars, but also how Star Wars influenced the culture. And so it's a book full of different like folk artists that took Star Wars characters and created artwork with a special sort of native spin on the artwork. And it's really cool. Apparently there's a museum out there. It's in northern Arizona. It's the Museum of Northern Arizona in Flagstaff, Arizona. And they actually had an exhibit with all of this native folk Star Wars artwork, which was really cool. And I actually have a piece that I want to share with you. I don't know if you can see this.
Chewy!
Yeah, isn't that cool? And it's actually carved out of wood. It's hand carved by an artist named Virgil Wood, who's a folk artist in Arizona. But he's created these pieces, you know, of each of the figures. But it's a really cool book. And it's amazing to me. It's just a reminder of how, you know, art like Star Wars influences cultures, and then you have, you know, each individual's interpretation of that artwork, right? And this is just in one Virgil Wood, his interpretation, and he hand carved this, which I just think is so cool. So just thought you'd appreciate that.
I do. I absolutely love it because it is neat to see how craft professionals, you know, sometimes our hobbies are creating this stuff. It all works together. Truly, it's all connected.
It does. And we talk all the time about how construction is art. I mean, you look at these buildings that our craft professionals build, and they are truly works of art. I mean, right, you know, I have to work the Braves into this conversation. They're doing great. And, you know, just seeing the stadium, my son and I were sitting there the other night, and I was just admiring. It's a work of art. And really any of these, you know, big projects like Mercedes-Benz or Truist Park, or what's your stadium there in Colorado? It's beautiful too. I haven't been there. Yeah, Coors Field. Haven't been there, but I'd love to see it. And I would imagine in person, you really appreciate what a work of art it is.
It truly is. All the stadiums, you know, and so it's awesome how it all ties along. But, you know, like with today's guest, it's great that we're getting folks and students interested into the ability to be artists so much earlier, you know, may it be creating a baseball stadium, go Braves, or, you know, then getting to interpret the figures out of one of your favorite movies. You know, how it's just awesome. I absolutely love it. And so our guest today, Reggie, I'm thrilled to hang out with and chat about because I think he's going to share some really good information.
Me too. And I'll let y'all get at it. I'm definitely going to stick around today because I want to talk to you more on the back end about how we're partnering, how SAFCA and Construction Ready are partnering with Be Pro, Be Proud here in Georgia. We're doing some really cool things. But I'm going to sit back and listen to your conversation with Reggie, and then I'll pop back on later on this afternoon.
That is awesome, Scott. We'll see you in a bit. And with that, hi, Reggie, welcome.
How you doing?
I'm terrific. I'm so excited to get to hang out with you today because you kind of have my dream job. Like you're the tour manager for the Be Pro, Be Proud Georgia information. So Reggie, to kick it off, since I haven't had you on for lunch yet, would you mind introducing yourself and telling our viewers, what do you do as tour manager?
Hi, basically myself and Hutch, we get to take this beautiful truck that we drive around across the state of Georgia. We get to introduce students to skilled professions and trades. middle schools and high schoolers, ages 13 and older. And we get to tell them about the wonderful life that they could have, as a skilled professional.
It's true. I mean, you're sharing the good information because if I had known earlier or had the opportunity to meet you in high school, like my path would have been different. So with that, Be Pro, Be Proud is working really close to close the skill gap in Georgia. And so what are you all working on to show that skills are like the best career path ever? I'm totally
well. One of the things that you can see behind me is that our website, Be Pro, Be Proud, our website is a wealth of information. It's a plethora of information.
Huge.
And it shows that there's such a wide gap between our skills and the amount of people to fill these jobs with these skills. So when we use this information, we let the students know that there's room for them to be wherever they want to be, to do whatever it is that they want to do. And so we can go to our website and we encourage them to get involved into the website to tell them. And the website, basically, it speaks for itself. And it gives numbers and graphs and all of these beautiful things to help the students know that, hey, you don't have to have a 4-year degree in order to be successful.
No, it's true. And I absolutely love you have very tangible information and facts. I am in this because I love sawdust and I like power tools, but
right.
For younger students, they need tangible information. Like, what is the wage I might make or the education I need to be successful in it? And so the website is truly fantastic. It's simple to navigate, and then you're right, a plethora of information. So what are some of the career fields that are featured on the website?
Okay, well, the first thing you'll run across is probably the one that I like the most, is that when you start looking at computer programming, the top 10% in their field of computer programmers, they probably make somewhere between $137,000, maybe $140,000 per year, and an average of $94,000 a year. And so this gives them, a student, an idea that if I wanted to be a computer programmer, I can do this. How long would it take? And our information on the website goes to find training, or if you wanted to be an electrician, top 10% of electricians make about $72,000 a year. And of course, most people that have a skilled professional trade, they end up being their own boss. So you could be your own company owner. So not only does it do that, it helps them get information to where if you wanted to be an electrician, you can go on the website and find a place to get training to do it.
I love that connecting the dots, because it's perfect. Because cool, all right, you want a great career. Now, where do you go to get the education? And for our viewers, just FYI, a lot of the time there is little to no cost with the education. You could earn while you learn in a lot of these professions.
That's so true.
It is. I mean, oh gosh, all the ways and pathways you can go. And so I love the website. Can you please say again where folks can go to? What is the website address?
Okay, the website address is Be Pro, Be Proud, Georgia, beprobeproudga.org.
I love it. All right. So right now you're standing in the mobile unit, which is super cool, and I want to geek out with in just a second. But in the meantime, let's talk about some more of the information on the site. So you can learn about careers and really find your path, then get education. But then what about career opportunities and jobs?
Okay, that's great. That's great, because our setup is awesome. The next part of it, you have get involved, you got the professions, you got find training. Then you can go here and find jobs. Your profitable career is waiting for you. So when you scroll through whatever town or city that you live in, you can put your zip code in. It has all the professions that you may be interested in. You pick a profession, you hit submit, and then it'll pull up places in your area to where you possibly, we have Allied Stainless, Ameritech Facility Services, Onyx Imp. We have Caterpillar, CARE, Black Airplane, Chart Industries, Cherokee County School District, Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, and it just keeps going. And these are all partners and sponsors in Be Pro, Be Proud that just gives our students an opportunity to know that, hey, If I decide to go this route and get this training, then I know that there's somebody waiting on my skills.
Oh, then that's the best, because the placement rate in our industry is very high right now because there's such a demand for the need for workers. And one quick tangent I'd just like to touch on is I love how employers can actually let folks know, hey, look, we're here, we're hiring, we're interested. If I'm an employer and I want to participate and be hiring with your candidates, how would I also get involved?
Hey, you can get involved, number one, by joining the movement, but we got partners. We have partners on our website too. And you can go here and you can sponsor the movement. And sponsoring the movement, it's going to make room for all of the Cherokee by Choice, Cherokee County, Cherokee Economic Development Office, SEFGA is also a partner for Be Pro, Be Proud, Georgia. And so there are many tiers that a company could be a part of that could really allow students and allow them to see the information that we are presenting to the students, as well as know that somewhat promoting these particular companies as well. So they, will have a sort of like a streamline to future employees.
Yeah, exactly. It's perfect. All right. I hope that the internet crashes after your interview and a lot of companies and students are checking out the website. But, okay, the website's cool and it's great and fantastic. But again, let's go back to the mobile unit. In fact, there's a cool video that I'd like to play. And then let's talk about what is in this trailer, because you are going on location to high schools for students to see some of the opportunities. So walk me through a little bit about what we're seeing for the video.
Okay. Well, we travel, like we said, across the state of Georgia, and this wonderful, wonderful truck. Let's show them the truck. Our wonderful truck that we have that gets us everywhere we need to be. We have this wonderful truck that takes us, this beautiful Ford F-450 that just takes us all over the place. And this is our package that we're able to use.
Oh my.
This is our truck in the background that helps us get to wherever we need to be. And this is our beautiful package when it's opened up, our Be Pro, Be Proud trailer. And once we get in the trailer, well, before we even go in the trailer, we have the parking lot outside. This is our computer automated robot. We call it Wally. If you can see Wally right here. And Wally just goes all over the place. And we set up obstacle courses. And so the students get to drive Wally around the parking lot. And then we have our mobile. We have our mobile workstation right here for our commercial truck driving section right here that the students get to get in and drive and just take this truck all over the place. And so they get to drive the truck in the mobile workstation.
Do they have the air horn?
Not yet. Here we have, we've got a Z space with the healthcare part of it, with the human anatomy on the computers right here, to where those that may be interested in any type of healthcare, nursing, athletic training, and all of this. We got our plumbing wall here, to where students get to try to put this plumbing wall together and connect the dots, connect the pipes, problem solving things. Our welder, which is probably the biggest hit on the trucks, is that students get to try to weld. And they come over here and they try welding, and it's as closest to the real deal as you can get.
No joke, that Lincoln system is the best.
And of course, to let them steam off when their teachers get on their nerves, they get to try the hand-eye coordination station. So they get to play this game, and it's a two-player game, and it lights up, and you just follow this all over the place, because a lot of companies use this. They definitely use this in NASCAR as a hand-eye coordination skills test. And so this is our truck that we get to take all over the place, and we love doing it.
Yeah, joke again. I'm jealous of your career. Like, okay, first of all, you get to share the best information. All of these components that you get to show off in this amazing trailer are careers we get to hire and then continue the education on with. So, oh, that's amazing. Okay, so full disclosure, we did, hang out with you folks this time-ish last year and the program was just kind of getting started. How have you guys grown in the last year?
Well, we've actually grown with being able to streamline the join the movement process. Last year, we were around 20% joining up, and now we've actually streamlined the join up with the QR codes around the truck. The students are able to use the QR codes. We're right at about 80%, sign up rate for students coming through the truck. We've also grown in the aspect to where we're planning on adding a couple of different stations. Georgia Power is going to come do some modifications to the truck, so the electrical side will be rolling with us. And also, we're planning on adding another truck, maybe the next, 12 to maybe 18 months. And so Georgia's a big state. There's a lot of high schools that want to see Be Pro, Be Proud in action. And we're putting things in place to make sure that takes place.
I am so excited for you all. This gives me goosebumps because you're making it cool too. Like if I could handle the humidity, I'd come out and help drive that truck because it's so awesome. I know we're kind of limited on time, but I wanted to hit on one thing and skip ahead a little bit. We've talked about how the students can find great information, how we can share the education opportunities, then also employers can get connected. But what about teachers who are watching this and want more information? Can they go to the website and get connected as well?
Most definitely. They can go to the website, to the part of our website that says news and events. And when they get the news and events, it says Be Pro, Be Proud is going on tour. And right here, you want to book a tour? There's a place to where you can go on our website and you can book a tour. And it will give you the information, and our wonderful schedule coordinator will be able to help anyone that is interested in getting Be Pro, Be Proud in their city, in their town. Right now, we're in Newton County at Newton High School. We'll be here the rest of the week. And we can easily come see you. Go to the website, book a tour for Be Pro, Be Proud.
I love it. I hope a lot of teachers do take advantage of this opportunity because it's such valuable information. And again, showing it in kind of a cool way too. I really want one of those Lincoln welders because in some places, it's like a first step to get certified in welding. They are beautiful. And the fact students get to play with these, come on, Reggie, I'm so jealous. So you've already visited 70 schools across Georgia. Tell me about some of the feedback that you're getting from students.
Students come on the truck, they don't know what they want to do. Even some teachers come on the truck and said, I don't know what this student's going to do. They don't know what they want to do. And after spending time on the truck, the students give testimonies, they get information from us, and they have an idea. Some have some sort of idea of what direction they want to go, but they leave with so much information about the truck, especially having had the opportunity to go hands-on, to where they leave encouraged, knowing where they can get information, knowing where they can get support for that information, and also trusting and knowing that they're going to get follow-up from us as well. So they leave with an idea of, I can do this, and a skilled profession is now not my last option. It might be my first option.
Oh, I love it so much. This makes me happy because, it's perfect. And so if I'm a student and I really like this, they can actually sign up to be part of the movement as well. And I see the value in this culture, but tell me again a little bit about what students can gain from signing up.
When they join the movement, what they gain is an opportunity to have someone that's going to be there to help support them through them making a choice that's going to help change their decision. Be Pro, Be Proud, we're going to be able to send them information and be in contact with them and follow up with them throughout the rest of their high school years. That way they'll be able to have a guided hand to help them go in a skilled path and know that, hey, we're going to be there to help support them and encourage them in whatever direction that they decide to go.
Oh, I love it and I appreciate it so much. And Reggie, I know I can't keep you for long because you're actually about to have a class come in at Newton High School and get them to geek out. But you were so much fun. And yeah, I can't wait to hang out with you in person and check out the trailer. Again, when y'all get a request to come to Colorado, it was me.
Hey, we'll take a road trip.
Awesome. Oh, brilliant. Reggie, thank you. Have a great rest of your day and a wonderful class.
Thank you so much. Be pro, be
Oh,
proud.
brilliant. Thanks. All right, bye-bye. And with that, welcome back, Scott. I am so excited that you were able to hang out for the rest of this because I just want that trailer parked in my backyard so I can hang out and explore. I mean, I thought about getting my CDL license, so it was pretty amazing. But how is SEFCA working with Be Pro, Be Proud?
Yeah, it is such a wonderful resource. It actually started over in Arkansas, which is one of our neighboring states. And we met with the Be Pro, Be Proud folks. It was Misty up in Cherokee County. Misty Martin and her team decided to bring Be Pro, Be Proud to Georgia. It was a vision that they had, and they reached out to us pretty early on. And of course, we thought it was a great idea. And what's so interesting about the timeline, Kayleen, is this was all pre-COVID that we were talking with Misty about bringing Be Pro, Be Proud to Georgia. And it turned out the timing was perfect because COVID hit about the time they were getting the rig ready here in Georgia. And we were all nervous, especially Misty. She was like, well, will the schools, will they have us during COVID and all that? Well, if you think about it, it's an outdoor unit, right? I mean, so it's an outdoor open space. And so it was a perfect pivot for schools that were looking for something, in an open air space. And so I think they've been even more busy potentially because of COVID, because it's just a safe, outdoor interactive option. And so in a way, it's one of the positive things that has come out of COVID is I think it's really helped get Be Pro, Be Proud on track here in Georgia. And so we're just so thankful for Misty Martin and her team and their vision. And hey, I love Reggie. This was my first time meeting him. I need to talk to Misty and find out his story, where he came from, all that. He's a perfect spokesperson for Be Pro, Be Proud. And he gave such a clear presentation. So just so thankful that we have them here in Georgia.
It is amazing. And you're right. Reggie was so much fun to hang out with. I hope that the students also, I can only imagine, like he's going to inspire so many students with this. And I really love the whole messaging because, be pro. I am a pro. I'm a professional. I choose to be in construction. It's not because I couldn't do something else or not go to college. No, if I don't make sawdust every few days, I'm sad. And so I love that I am a professional and I'm so proud to be doing it. And they're really instilling that mindset with younger students, which high five.
They are, and I've been to a school where they've actually had the unit a few times, and it is always interesting to see the students. They kind of reluctantly, climb in, but then by the time they're in there, and certainly by the time they come out, you can tell they're just energized. They really, I think it's opening their eyes to careers that they never even knew existed. And I think once they get in there and they start interacting with these different exhibits, they realize, hey, this is something I enjoy. And you mean to tell me I can do this as a career and I can actually make money doing it? I think it's a really smart way to get young people excited about the skilled trades and craft professions. So.
Yes, and also the technology that they have in the van, I have to give them props because, in the past, before Lincoln and Miller came out with the virtual and AR welders, there's no way we could have done a traveling road show teaching and showing kids welding. But the technology coming in, it's almost gamified. And so now you can pretend to drive a truck, which, by the way, they should get an air horn. That's just one of my suggestions. Or you can practice welding and see how, technology is in the field now all the time. Knowing how to work a hammer is great and important. It's a valuable skill, but also learning a little bit of CAD. So when you take those blueprints and actually render them into drawings that your homeowners or clients can understand, that's all technology. That is stuff I just don't want to. I don't like computers as much as I like power tools, but there's a fit for every student in our industry. It doesn't matter, where you want to go. Are you breathing? We have a space for you.
That's right. And Be Pro, Be Proud is a great reminder of that. You saw all of the different exhibits they have there, and there really is a place for every student. And I think that's just another cool thing about Be Pro, Be Proud is that, it reminds, students, and not only students, but teachers and counselors climb on that unit as well. And they, it really opens their eyes. And I'll tell you, the other way we get excited about Be Pro, Be Proud is we found that it can be an incubator for a new program. So sometimes Be Pro, Be Proud will go into a community that doesn't have a construction program, and teachers and counselors see how much students engage. They're like, hey, we need something like this every day at our school. And so they might reach out to us and say, okay, how do we actually start one of these middle school construction programs? Or how do we start a high school program? Or hey, maybe we want to reach the elementary students, so let's do a little builders program. So it all fits together really well. So that's another thing that we're excited about with Be Pro, Be Proud.
It is amazing. And I don't know, of course, I'm biased with construction, like, it's my jam, but showing healthcare and computer science, and then also the robotics and the obstacle course, it really is just tying in so many things. And I love how now, hopefully it is an incubator program, because we know for a fact that students are more likely to have better attendance. Graduation rates are higher if the student is involved in a CTE or CTAE program. And that's what this is. And so it's a beautiful, again, well, Georgia's just doing it better than other states. So high five to all. And again, for our fans listening, if you want more information, you can go to beprobeproudgeorgia.org. And then also for more information on all the programs that SEFCA does and can help out with, you can go to sefca.org. And then if you want to say hi to me, it's KayleenMcCabe.com. So, oh, good. Bringing up the website right now, which does show quite a few of your different programs. So Scott, this was amazing. Any final thoughts for lunch today?
No, just so thankful to you for making time again today. It's always fun to catch up, and just so thankful again for Be Pro, Be Proud and that partnership that we have here in Georgia. And just look forward to continuing to promote the trades, and look forward to seeing you again soon.
Yeah, totally agreed. This was another great lunch, especially to celebrate still Careers in Construction Month, etc. So to all of our fans, I hope you have a great rest of your afternoon. Scott, thank you again for joining me for lunch. And from all of us here, have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you next time for lunch.
Sounds good. Thank you, Kayleen.
Thanks. Bye-bye.